ダビさんがパチパチパチパチパチパチパチパチ。みゆさん、ノブさん、今度ゆっくり飲みましょう。ツアー中とか、海でテント張ってる。お前、誰だ拳銃じゃねえか。りょうさんが笑ってます。みゆさん、あ、海ってことはテント張るのか。
テント張らないよ。
いや、テント張るんだったら来てよ。できた、そんだけの夜に焼き鳥屋、野木さん最高でした。いや、だからこそですよ。タットコーンさん、私はメキシコ、サカテカスの町からです。もう、ただあんたは日本語分かってるはずだ。100% ですね。電気さん、メキシコ、アステカゆうさん、今夜は泣く夜、本編は笑って終われる夜。土曜はオンエア見えないけど、人気バトリングのそばから応援してる。忘れなかったら。お前確実に拳銃だろ。りょうさん、2日だけにイカロス、そういうことです。昨夜、素直に今日の今日で応援見えない。昨夜は言わないでよ、むしろ。
ありがとうございます。
ゆうさん、一緒にいるね。そんな感じでね、俺は途中でキャバ行ったけどさ。拳銃だってますよ。りょうさん、来月みゆさん、ガッツワールド、りょうさん。およくわかんねえ。りょうさん、ゼロ。私もまだ何も言えないです。りょうさん、富山から行けません。渋谷とメガネ屋。
Deberían de ponerse esa bufanecita.
¿Grande? Sí. Jumbo. Me queda muy grande.
Hijo, vos
¿Sabes qué es?
¿Sabes quién me dijo que porque tu chamarra de
Ah.
Y pues a él le
Vamos. A ver, sí. Ah, no, que la ves. No, yo
tendré precaución, libre de pecado, porque en el infierno te puedo encontrar. Eres un aquí, que bien
Como decir.
Esa es la que llegó vía Marcusca, ¿no? En Navidad.
nos llevó a todos, a mí no me dio nada, me encanta. Un día le digo que le compré 4, tengo una, las otras las guardé. súbete hasta arriba la chamarra. Siempre es más difícil. De los pequeños y demás. Pero sí tendría para... el chicos para las materiales. ¿Qué hora se regresa? Romo. Ahí estamos como las 5, ¿no? Oh. Es de lavadora es automática, pero... ¿Cómo le hacemos? ¿Qué quieres el problema? Ya, yo te dije. Yo quería...
La bronca es esta. Se supone que pusimos un rato. No, pues ya no vamos a dejar entrar al baño. Ahí estamos.
No, pero la camioneta se echó a tirar. Mira qué padre es eso. Mira, les queda. Que nos tengamos la mascota. No, la de la camioneta es posibilista. Es plano. No es plano. De repente tiene así como rayitas que no corten. Así se partió de las rayitas.
Adentro vienen así.
Sí, por eso se decidió.
Yo.
Aparte de que se aguantan. estaba corto. Y otra vez está bien largo totote y...
¿Qué hijos ya son las dos?
De la República. Si juntas un potente...
millones de dólares. Y ese detergente de... ¿Y ustedes no nos van a felicitar? Frente a autoridades de los servicios de salud.
de la gripa y te cubre con...
I know the people who care about me most are counting on me, so I'm smart about what I put in my body, and while I may not always make it to the gym or the salad bar, I won't go without LJ Ultra.
Try LJ Ultra risk-free now. Call 1-800-504-3236. That's 1-800-504-3236. Call 1-800-504-3236. Hey, Dan, did you hear Obama took a pay cut? Oh, yeah? Yeah, he took a 5% pay cut because that's what other government workers were losing due to last year's sequester. Well, you know that's peanuts for him, right? I mean, he gets paid a pretty hefty salary as president, but did you know that he also makes an additional $72,000 on average per month on the side? Wait, President Obama collects money from something other than his job? Crazy, right? Where's all this extra cash coming from? Well, last week I came across a website called SecretIncome14.com, which explained exactly where the money comes from. But the cool thing is, it also shows how guys like you and me can rake in thousands of dollars every month by taking advantage of essentially the same income secret Obama uses. You mean there's a way I can do this for myself? Come on, that sounds too good to be true. If you don't believe me, go to SecretIncome14.com and check out the story. It's totally free, and you don't have to sign up for anything. What's that website again? It's www.secretincome14.com. How can I be a better parent, a better spouse? What's the meaning of life anyway? Hi, I'm Bill Tucker, Senior Pastor of Concordia Lutheran Church. We all have questions about life, and at Concordia, we believe that God has the answers we need. We worship Saturdays at 6 p.m. and Sundays at 8, 9:30, and 11 a.m. Concordia is located at the corner of 1604 and Hebner Road in the Vineyard. You'll see our cross. You can also join us online at ConcordiaLutheranChurch.com or find us on Facebook. Join us at Concordia as we find out God's answers for our lives. Tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? Call 866-749-SAFE for your free Safe Money book, or join Chad Owen for Safe Money Radio Sunday mornings from 6:30 to 7 on 1200 WOAI.
Win the $50,000 fantasy, and you'll get $50,000 to make your dream a reality. Isn't that nice of us? When you get the cue, text the keyword to 45495 to get registered to win. It's an iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Hi, Joe Cunningham, the great American. I thank Julie Gunlock for coming on, a proud American female. The Democrats and Obama wants every American female to be under the control of government. Much like Julia, with their ad during the campaign, from the day you're born to the day you die, government will be your father and government will be your husband. That is a sexist view of the American female that the Democrats hold, but which is false. Almost every woman I've known, including my wife, is proud, self-supporting, and able to conduct her own business. Let's continue with more. In the next half an hour, we have Mike Hammond here from the Gun Owners of America about Obama's plans for gun owners in the next 3 years. Bill Cunningham, the great American, live with you every Sunday night.
Take us with you wherever you go. Search for 1200 WOAI on iHeartRadio.
The Good Vibrations Blackbird International is back, bigger and better than ever. March 20th and 29th, San Antonio Raceway, featuring 5,000 horsepower Android Electro Buddy cars, erratic Nitro Ultra, experience blowing 200-mile-an-hour Nitro Harley-Davidsons and more. Plus, the Hollywood Cars of the Stars and the interactive Fantastic Experience. Blasting out Friday, March 28th, 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, March 29th, 6 p.m. San Antonio Raceway. Go
didn't cancel.
Then the CASA volunteer came into my life. He was my mentor. He was my friend. He had my back. In court, he spoke up for me. He changed my life.
Speak up for abused and neglected children by becoming a court-appointed special athlete. Learn more. Visit BecomeACASA.org. Sponsored by Texas CASA. And Fox Answering Associates Investment Research. Hey, Dan, did you hear Obama took a pay cut?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he took a 5% pay cut because that's what other government workers were losing due to last year's sequester.
Well, you know that's peanuts for him, right? I mean, he gets paid a pretty hefty salary as president, but did you know that he also makes an additional $72,000 on average per month on the side?
Wait, President Obama collects money from something other than his job?
Crazy, right?
Where's all this extra cash coming from?
Well, last week I came across a website called SecretIncome14.com, which explained exactly where the money comes from. But the cool thing is, it also shows how guys like you and me can rake in thousands of dollars every month by taking advantage of essentially the same income secret Obama uses.
You mean there's a way I can do this for myself? Come on, it sounds too good to be true.
If you don't believe me, go to SecretIncome14.com and check out the story. It's totally free, and you don't have to sign up for anything.
What's that website again?
It's www.secretincome14.com.
News Radio 1200 WOAI, San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. They're celebrating in Seattle. The Seahawks are Super Bowl champions, crushing the Denver Broncos 43-8.
The Legion of Doom did what they set out to do, dominate here in New Jersey, and it all began with Denver's first offensive play of the game and a safety with no answers as to what happened to the number one offense and league MVP.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso at MetLife Stadium. Seahawks linebacker Malcolm Smith named the game's most valuable player. Oscar-winning actor Philip Seymour Hoffman dead from a suspected drug overdose.
Most recently, Hoffman appeared in The Hunger Games, Catching Fire. He also played a baseball manager in Moneyball.
I don't want to go 15 rounds, Billy. The lineup card is mine.
In a tweet, Ellen DeGeneres called Hoffman a brilliant man.
Fox Radio's Pam Puso. Hoffman was 46 years old. Fox News. We report. You decide.
There are some accident hotspots along San Antonio Road. You have an accident in Wurzbach Road at I-10 and an accident on Vance Jackson Road at Days Zavala. If you do see a traffic problem in San Antonio, call the Christus Weight Loss Institute traffic tip line 210-785-2601. I'm Kevin Jackson in the SALoseWeight.com traffic center.
Mostly clouds for us as we drop the temperature back to around 30. Look for the clouds and sun mixing 4-hour Monday afternoon high near 55 degrees. Late night showers are possible Monday night. Tuesday we could see a few morning showers. For ATEXRoofing.com, I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on San Antonio's official weather station, News Radio 1200 WOAI.
At the top of the hour, at the half, and when news breaks, Fox News and San Antonio's 24-hour news center here in News Radio 1200 WOAI.
Shootings we've had and the school shootings, and with the president demanding more gun control of one type or another, I thought it might be wise to check in with Michael Hammond, who's with Gun Owners of America, and my good friend Larry Pratt. And Michael E. Hammond, welcome to the Bill Cunningham Show. Michael, how are you?
Hi, Phil.
Good to see you. Good to be with you. Let's talk about this. We've had the Maryland mall shooting a few days ago. We've got the constant shootings in and around schools. The media covers them. Terrible incidents have taken place as we head into the end of January. And what is the status of legislation in the various states and in Washington to change gun owners' rights as we speak?
Well, I can tell you what the status is in Maryland. It was one of the 8 states that adopted very severe anti-gun bans following Newtown. It banned the sale of semi-automatic. It banned the magazines with over 10 rounds. It required handgun purchasers. And the mall-specific ban on guns in the mall were people, which is unlawful, then laws prohibiting him from carrying a firearm aren't going to do any good either.
You know, I make this analogy that if every year in America there's 8,000 to 9,000 Americans killed in drunk driving accidents, which is a terrible number. It can't happen. We have numerous laws to stop it, and guess what? It happens all the time. But nobody would say because somebody drove drunk in your community or in your state and killed somebody, no one would knock on Mike Hammond's door and say, you know what, give me all your beer. Get that wine out
of
the
they wouldn't get any beer. I don't drink, so they would be out of luck if they tried to knock on my door and get me beer. But let me also say this. I said back in April of 2013, at the time of Newtown, I said, look, MSNBC is doing nothing but nonstop glorification of Adam Lanza and what he did at Newtown. And I said there are dozens of probably young teenage white men sitting out there watching that coverage who suddenly get this apotheosis, this epiphany. Oh, now I know how I can get my 15 minutes of fame. I can go in, I can shoot up a school, I can shoot up a mall, and guess what? The Mall of Columbia advertised to Aguilera that he could come in and shoot up the mall. It guaranteed him that there would be no one in that mall who could resist him.
One of the studies in this clearly indicates that the mentally ill are encouraged to commit crimes because of perceived celebrity. Almost everybody in America at some point is going to have their 15 minutes of fame. And when mentally ill people, especially males between the ages of 15 and 25, who have profound mental difficulties, watch coverages such as what happened in Maryland and Sandy Hook, plus maybe 10 or 15 other schools, they are sparked to do the next one because they want their 15 minutes of fame and they want their picture on TV. But we don't know exactly the motive. It could have been no motive. I don't care what the motive is. The motive is always hate. When someone takes a gun to commit a crime, it is a matter of almost always of insanity. Hardly ever is it some brilliant criminal murder plot because you want to kill somebody for profit. Normally, mall shootings and school shootings include the mentally ill. What can we do as a nation to assist to solve the problem, which is mental illness, instead of going after inanimate metal objects?
Well, there are plenty of young teenage boys sitting around plotting their next mall shooting, and I can tell you that as a result of the extensive coverage done by various networks for the purpose of gaining ratings of this, there are going to be hundreds more who will die. And so I said, not wholly in jest, that if you wanted to ban something that would actually stop these mass shootings, ban MSNBC. That would do it.
Ban media coverage that glorifies violence. And as I recall, MSNBC and maybe a few others, but MSNBC was there as long as the ratings were there. They stayed at Sandy Hook for weeks. They didn't want to leave. They wanted to roll in and glorify it.
It did 4 months of unstopped coverage, and the purpose was not because its viewers were interested, although I think you may have gotten some ratings. The purpose was, we're going to pick the bones of this tragedy in order to pass national gun control. And that's exactly what they did. And the effect was that in the end they didn't pass gun control because we stopped them, but they did succeed in telling hundreds of Adam Lanzas who were sitting out there wanting to know how to get famous. They did succeed in instructing them exactly how they could get on MSNBC.
Do you think that's why in the last year and 2 months since Sandy Hook we've had a spate of these is because the mentally ill were sparked to do so by the media?
There have been 7 so far this year. What does that tell you? Because there's one thing we know about the Adam Lanza, James Holmes, Jared Loughner, and people like that. They were obsessed, particularly Lanza, by the mass killings that had gone before and the extensive attention that those killers have gotten in the media. The attention to their grievances that life had been unfair to them, that the kids in school had been unfair to them, that they were unhappy about their lives. And guess what? Aguilera had exactly the same set of grievances in his journal that's just been released today. It's no secret to me. It's no secret to anyone with an IQ of over 10 exactly what the motivation of these killers are. Said in the Washington Post this morning, we don't know his motivation. We know his motivation. No. His motivation is he had grievances against society and wanted to get those grievances aired.
And he got the grievances aired, whatever they heck to be. And in fact, this past Sunday on 60 Minutes, Creed Deeds, who's an anti-gun advocate in the state of Virginia. Whose son sliced him up and then killed himself, also pointed out that in the state of Virginia, you had like 6 hours from the time someone is mentally ill going into a hospital to get them a bed, which is almost impossible. The mentally ill need services. We have a mental health problem. We don't have a gun problem. And now I think because of Senator Creed Deeds, it might be 24 hours or 48 hours.
Yeah, he's introduced legislation, and we don't oppose it. We don't oppose that legislation, saying that, you don't have to release the people after 6 hours. You can spend 24 hours, and he also has a separate piece of legislation which creates a sort of database whereby you can see exactly who has beds available in your area.
Good.
We don't oppose that, and that is a very, very, very sad episode in which his kid ultimately killed himself. But certainly making mental health facilities available to people who need them and desire them and are searching for them is something which is not inconsistent with any constitutional principle.
Michael Hammond of Gun Owners of America, imagine if after Sandy Hook, the president and the Democrats joined with John Boehner and the Republicans and said, as a nation, we've got to address the cause of these mass shootings, which is almost always mental health. What can we do to wring money out of the federal budget that we waste $100 billion a year on giveaway programs to use a little bit of that money to improve in local communities mental health delivery of services? My family has had mental health problems in it from different family members, and I see it firsthand. And when a parent has a child who turns 18, the ability of that parent to stop and get help for that child is almost impossible, because even though mental health services are in Obamacare, there's no more psychologists than there was before it was passed. There's no more psychiatrists than when before it was passed. There's no more mental health beds than when it was passed. How far would we be down the road in solving these mass shootings if the president joined with the Republicans to actually cure the problem?
Well, it's worse than that. Senator Graham of South Carolina and Senator Grassley of Iowa actually introduced legislation to provide more funding for things like various federal mental health programs, and we didn't oppose that either. And the administration opposed that. And the reason is because they weren't interested in solving the problem, in my humble opinion. They were interested in creating an issue which would, in their minds, destroy a major pillar of the Republican Party, the Second Amendment movement. I think it's a mistake to think that anyone on the left thought that their attention to these tragedies was going to solve the issue, or that their solutions would solve the issue. If you look at the entire Obama package, all of the anti-gun measures he proposed, none of them, many of which were enacted in Maryland, would have had any impact in Columbia, Maryland this past Saturday.
Well, did the Obama gun plan, it's been applied in Connecticut. How'd that work out? It's been applied in Maryland.
Not so hot. Connecticut, actually, before Newtown, was one of the 5 most anti-gun states in the country. And basically, to get the sort of gun that Adam Lanza had, or at least guns of that type, you had to get a license and apply for a permit from the state. And subsequent to that, they just piled on more and more additional useless gun control. But you want to know what? The states which have enacted gun control since Newtown, New York, Colorado, California, Maryland, virtually all of them have been epicenters for the mass violence that has occurred since then. Colorado, of course, had this tragic school shooting after its legislature passed the gun control Obama was looking for. California is one of 7 sites of school shootings which have occurred since January the 1st of this year, and now Maryland has this shooting at the Columbia Mall. And isn't it odd that the states that responded to this by passing gun control have seen mass gun violence in their own jurisdictions? That's not a coincidence.
And Michael Hammond,
gun control had no impact. Secondly, it's a placebo for them.
How much coverage has MSNBC or other liberal outlets done on the failure of Obama gun laws in Maryland and Connecticut?
None. It had, I debated John Rosenthal, who was on MSNBC a while ago, and basically called me a child killer. It's given him plenty of play, but it certainly doesn't welcome people with our points of view.
All right, Michael Hammond, we got to run. It's as absurd to seize my wine when someone gets a DUI as it would be to seize my gun if somebody uses it improperly. And Obama does not want to solve the problem. Much like immigration, for the first 2 years of his presidency, Democrats controlled everything. It was veto-proof. It was filibuster-proof. He had a perfect opportunity to solve the immigration problem with whatever remedy the Democrats wanted, but they decided not to do it. They'd rather have the issue to run on to easily mislead the easily misled into believing a lie. And like in the gun control thing, they don't want to solve the problem. They want to use it against Republicans instead of solving the problem. Well, we got to run.
Well, he had an opportunity to go for gun control last summer with the UN Arms Trade Treaty. He put consideration of that off until the day after the election. What do you think that is?
Barack Obama understood if he endorsed gun control before his second election rather than after his second election, he wasn't going to be elected.
Well, you know, he's a politician. He's not a leader. And I still hope in the last 3 years of his presidency, some light may go on. Because his presidency is evaporating, the sands are running out of the hourglass, and he's got to understand, before I leave, how about solving problems instead of taking political advantage of problems? At some point, the light might go on, but I'm not so sure.
You have more faith in Barack Obama than I do.
I don't have any. But
I hope the light stays off because I can't conceive that anything he would do would be for the good.
All right, what is your website, if any?
Gunowners.org.
Gun Owners and Larry Pratt, your good friend, give him the best for me.
Okay.
You're a great American.
You are too.
Thank you. Let's continue with more. More and more of these will take place caused by mental health difficulties. Instead of solving the mental health problem, Obama/Democrats want to use the gun issue against people like me so that I want to give up my weapons because someone else uses a gun improperly. When large numbers of Americans die in drunk driving accidents, how stupid would it be to go to my producer, Greg, to come to me, to go to those who drink wine and beer, to say, turn in your wine and beer, turn in your intoxicants, someone else is driving drunk, you got to quit drinking wine. What? Someone else is using guns improperly, give me your gun. Neither proposition makes any sense. Let's continue. Billy Cunningham, the Great American, live with you every Sunday night.
Sean Hannity tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. Radio 1200 WOAI.
The bad news keeps pouring in. Website glitches, people losing their health plans, their doctors, and their hospitals. Senator Max Baucus was right.